Hello, my beautiful and magnificent Leo souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom, your sacred space for awakening the divine fire that dwells within you. I am your guide, and if this message in this very moment has found its way to you, I want you to feel deep within the radiant chambers of your heart that this is a divine appointment. Pause with me. Before we journey into the heart of this truth, find a space where you can be undisturbed. Take a slow, deep breath, pulling the golden light of the universe into your lungs. Hold it, feeling your own inner sun expand. And as you exhale, release every shadow of doubt, every whisper of criticism, every single time you were made to feel that your light was a flaw. Let your shoulders relax. Let the magnificent lion's heart within you beat with a rhythm of pure, unapologetic truth, because the cosmos has orchestrated this moment to remind you of a truth so profound it will shatter every cage ever built around your spirit. They called you too much. They called you arrogant, attention-seeking, overly dramatic. But what if I told you that was never the truth? What if I told you that you were never too much? You were the test of their courage. You were the mirror that revealed their fear of their own light. You were the sacred fire they could not bear to stand near because it illuminated all the parts of themselves they had left in the cold. If you can feel the thunderous roar of recognition in your soul, if your spirit is rising to meet this truth, then I want you to make a sacred pact with your own power right now. Press that like button, not as a simple click, but as a coronation, a declaration to the universe that you are ready to reclaim your throne. And if this message feels like home, subscribe to Cosmic Wisdom so you never miss these divine transmissions designed to unlock your highest destiny. Finally, in the comments below, seal your intention by typing, "I am ready to reclaim my throne." Let us begin this royal journey back to yourself, shall we? They called you too much, but the cosmos knows you were chosen for a sacred and radiant purpose. You were chosen to carry a heart so vast and so warm that it could melt the frost of a cynical world. You were chosen to lead not with force, but with generosity, to create not for applause, but from a wellspring of joy so profound it could not be contained. You were chosen to believe in the brilliant potential of others, even after they showed you their shadows. And that, my magnificent Leo, is not arrogance. That is divine leadership. That is the courage that can only belong to a soul born from the sun itself. Take a slow, powerful breath. This is your truth. There were times you felt you had to shrink. Time as you quieted your laughter because it was too loud, dimmed your passion because it made others uncomfortable. You thought perhaps that fitting in meant being less of yourself, that to be loved, you had to hide the most brilliant parts of your spirit. But beneath every moment of forced humility, something golden was being forged. A strength born not of external validation, but of unwavering self-loyalty. The universe never sent you here to be a flickering candle easily blown out by the winds of opinion. It sent you here to be the sun, a constant, radiant, life-giving force that shines not because it needs to be seen, but because it is its nature to shine. In astrology, the sun, your ruling celestial body, is not the planet of ego. It is the center of the solar system. It is the source of life, of warmth, of truth, and of clarity. It does not ask for permission to be brilliant. It simply is. This is why your journey has often felt like a battle between your inner truth and the world's expectations. The energy of the sun is direct, honest, and illuminating. It asks you to live from the heart, to express your authentic self without apology. So when others mistake your confidence for arrogance, They do not see that you are simply living in alignment with your cosmic nature. They cannot feel the immense generosity that fuels your fire, the deep desire to share your warmth and inspire others to shine as well. They do not know how many times you have silently roared in frustration, wanting to give a gift that others were too afraid to receive. But the cosmos sees, and the cosmos is delighted. Every time you chose to shine in the face of criticism, you raised the vibration of the planet. Every time you loved with your whole magnificent heart, even at the risk of being burned, you rewrote your own destiny. This is the sacred secret of your soul's journey, to learn that true power is not the ability to command others, but the courage to be fully and unapologetically yourself in a world that often rewards conformity. You are the leader in disguise, the living embodiment of creative fire. And that fire, though it may intimidate some, is one of the most transformative forces in the universe. When the sun moves through Leo, the world feels more vibrant, more courageous, more alive. Your spirit is a natural conduit for this powerful, creative energy. You are uniquely attuned to divine inspiration, to bold ideas, to the whispers of your heart that tell you to create, to lead, to love out loud. But for you, this is not just a season, it is your very essence. Every heartbreak, every rejection, every time you were told you were too much, was carrying a hidden message from the cosmos: do not shrink. Expand. You are not here to win arguments. You are here to embody radiance. Your passion is your sacred compass. It does not make you dramatic. It makes you alive. It guides you away from lukewarm connections and toward those who can meet your fire with their own. It teaches you to recognize truth, not through logic, but through the vibration of the heart. And although this intensity has sometimes led to pain, it is also your most precious gift. You feel so big because you were meant to create so big. The energy that flows through you is not meant to be contained. It is meant to be expressed, to be shared, to become art, leadership, and joy. You are not a vessel of ego. You are a channel for the sun's creative power. There is something majestic about the way you love. You do not fight life, you embrace it. You do not whisper your truth, you declare it. You have been shaped by the fires of passion, and though they have sometimes burned you, they have also purified your soul until it shines like molten gold, brilliant, precious, and unbreakable. If only you could see yourself as the cosmos does. The angels do not see your boldness as a flaw. They see it as your divine instrument. Every act of courage carries light, the light of authenticity, of passion, of a spirit that refuses to be tamed. You are not being punished for wanting to be seen. You are being trusted to show others what it looks like to live a life of unapologetic self-expression. And yes, this mission is not for the faint of heart. It requires a spirit that can be rejected 1,000 times and still believe in its own worth. It requires a heart that can be misunderstood and still choose to remain open and generous. But every creative risk you take is being recorded in light. Nothing you have given from a true heart is ever lost. The loyalty that was betrayed, the generosity that was taken for granted, all of it has been witnessed by the cosmos. All of it is returning to you in the form of self-worth so profound that no external opinion can ever shake it again. When you felt ignored, you thought you were failing. But a sovereign does not need everyone's attention, only their own self-respect. You were never meant to beg to be understood. You were meant to radiate a truth so clear and so bright that only souls ready for that level of authenticity could draw near. So magnificent Leo, release the guilt of being bright. Release the shame of wanting your life to be a grand, beautiful performance. Your passion is not your downfall, it is your crown. The universe built you from fire so you could illuminate the world. The roar within you is the sound of life itself, demanding to be lived to the fullest. You are cosmic courage made human, and in your brilliance, God reveals His own joy. When others call you arrogant, remember, they are still learning what you were born, knowing that self-love is the source of all true generosity. When they call you too much, smile with the heart of a lion. They are only confessing that they have never dared to embrace the full magnitude of their own spirit. To be bold in a timid world is the purest form of leadership. To keep creating from the heart when life has tried to make you cynical, that is divine resilience. Take another deep breath. Let it settle in your heart, that powerful center of your being. This is the sound of your soul remembering its own royalty. You are not needy. You are generous. You are not dramatic. You are passionate. The pain you have carried is not a curse, but an initiation, one that has prepared you to lead with a heart that is both strong and wise. You are the bridge between divine inspiration and earthly creation, between what is mundane and what is magnificent. Through you, courage takes form. Through you, joy becomes possible. Through you, light returns to places long shrouded in fear and conformity. So when you find yourself trembling under the weight of being misunderstood, know this: the cosmos chose you because you could bear the weight of a crown. You are the test of their courage. Those who can celebrate your light have passed. Those who have tried to dim it have not. But either way, you have already succeeded because you remained the sun in the midst of shadows. The world does not need you to be smaller. It needs you to remain magnificent. You are the radiant heart that teaches even the coldest souls how to feel warmth again. And that is how you change the world, not through force, but through fire. And as we step deeper into this celestial journey, you will begin to see that every trial was never meant to break you, only to reveal what you truly are, the proof that courage endures. Let us move now into part 2, where the story unfolds through the wounds of the throne and how the universe uses them to shape the divine light within you. You were never betrayed because you were unworthy. You were betrayed because their soul was not yet brave enough to stand in the full light of yours. Let this truth settle into your spirit, like the first rays of dawn, warming a kingdom that has been quiet for too long. You are not broken. You were the mirror in which they saw their own cowardice. Leo, you were born under the sun's radiant gaze, a sign of courage, generosity, and the profound desire to uplift and inspire. You see potential in others and instinctively want to fan their spark into a flame. You sense the greatness hidden behind someone's insecurity, the dreams behind their fears, the silent plea for permission to be bold. And your first impulse is always to grant it, to applaud them, to shine your light upon them so they might see the gold within themselves. That is your sacred nature. But sometimes the ones you lift do not rise with gratitude. Sometimes they rise and resent the very sun that warmed them. Sometimes they turn against the heart that saw their royalty before they did. And when that happens, your first thought is often, was my light too blinding? Was my generosity a mistake? You replay every encouraging word, every loyal act, searching for the moment. Your brilliance became a threat. You wonder if you should have been more reserved, more cautious, less you. But no, my magnificent one, it was never your fault. In the grand cosmic theater, you are not the villain of the play. You are the spotlight that reveals the truth of every other actor on the stage. Every soul that enters your orbit is being tested through you. You are the vessel through which the universe measures their capacity for authenticity and their courage to celebrate light that is not their own. When they are loyal to you, they honor the light within themselves. When they betray you, they reveal the shadows of envy and insecurity that still rule their inner kingdom. You are the divine audition, the radiant test that determines whether someone's heart is ready for the main stage of life. This is why people have such powerful reactions to you. Some are inspired to be greater in your presence, while others feel diminished, exposed, even angry. They look at your effortless radiance and see everything they have suppressed in themselves. And when their own inner light is but a flicker, they try to extinguish yours. They betray, they gossip, they abandon. But even then, you must not let your fire turn to ash. For what they did to you was not a judgment on your worth. It was a confession of their own fear. The betrayal was not your punishment. It was their spiritual lesson. And you, without ever realizing it, were the universe's chosen catalyst to deliver it. The cosmos is a place of perfect energetic balance. Every time someone tries to dim a Leo's light, that energy does not simply disappear. It returns to them not as revenge, but as a reflection. The universe holds an immaculate mirror. When you are betrayed, it is not because the cosmos has abandoned its king or queen. It is because the cosmos is working through you. The one who hurt you is not escaping their karma. They are walking directly into their own shadow, where they will be forced to confront their own lack of light. Life will bring them face to face with their own mediocrity, their own envy, and in that moment, they will understand the gift they threw away. You are not meant to watch their karma unfold. Your duty is far more regal to release them from your kingdom with a silent nod and continue to rule your own heart without bitterness. Because the moment you let go of resentment, your energy rises above the vibration of their betrayal. You return to your natural frequency, golden, radiant, and sovereign. And from that place, true blessings, the kind worthy of royalty, begin to flow to you once more. Remember, this divine justice is not loud and dramatic. It is the quiet, inevitable law of reflection. Every person who dismissed your brilliance will one day search desperately for the same warmth they once rejected, and they will realize it only existed in you. That is not vengeance, that is cosmic order. And in that understanding, true compassion is born. You begin to see that everyone is playing their part in a grander story of soul growth. Those who hurt you were not sent to dethrone you. They were sent to teach you how to build your own throne out of solid gold, a throne that no one can ever take away. They were the sculptors of your sovereignty. They taught you where your kingdom's borders are, where your generosity must be paired with discernment, and where your loyalty must first and foremost belong to yourself. Leo, you are not here to save everyone. You are here to be the sun. The sun shines on everyone, but it does not chase those who choose to stay in the shadows. Your love is a gift, but not all souls are ready to receive it. Some are allergic to authenticity. It burns their carefully constructed facades. So when they turn away, let them go. Your duty was never to force them into the light. Your duty was to be the light, reminding them that it exists before they retreat into the darkness again. You were their moment of truth, even if they called it arrogance. And in the stillness that follows the closing of your heart's gates, something holy begins to rise within you, the realization that you do not need an audience to be magnificent. You are magnificent simply because you exist, a child of the sun, love and courage embodied. Every tear of frustration that fell was counted by the cosmos, and each one watered the seeds of your own inner empire. Those seeds will now bloom in your future in the form of loyal friends who feel like your royal court, in opportunities that bow before you in a sense of peace. That is your divine birthright. The universe never leaves a generous heart in deficit. What was taken will be returned tenfold, not from the same jesters, but from kings and queens who recognize your own. Because the cosmos always rewards what karma refines. You must know the sun, your ruler, governs truth. It is here to burn away illusion. When you are betrayed, it is the sun's way of saying, "This alliance was built on a foundation of shadow. It cannot stand in my light." And so the people who hurt you are not your downfall. They are the clearing of the stage. Let them exit. Do not chase an actor who has forgotten their lines. In their absence, a truer, more brilliant co-star is making their way toward you, one who will not need to steal your spotlight, but will want to share it. Look at your life as the sun looks at the sky, always present, always radiant, never diminished by the clouds that pass before it. That is how you stay sovereign. That is how you stay free. One day, those who once betrayed you will remember your name in the silence of their own dim lives. They will remember the way your warmth felt, unconditional, vibrant, life-giving, and they will ache for it. But by then, you will have already moved on. You will have outgrown the need for an apology because the victory came on the day you realized, "I was never broken. I was the lesson." Breathe slowly. Let the pain of betrayal melt into the gold of understanding. Every soul you meet is another scene in your play. Every heartbreak is another lesson in kingship. And the more you release, the brighter you become. This is your mastery, Lazio, to remain generous without needing to be praised back, to stay courageous without being reckless, to keep your heart open while fortifying its royal gates. That is not naivety, that is enlightened leadership. You are the bridge between the sun's divine fire and Earth's creative potential. You walk with an invisible entourage of angels who record every act of courage, every moment of generosity, every time you chose to shine without reward. These are your crown jewels. They can never be stolen. So when someone betrays you, whisper a royal decree, "May you find your own light," and then turn back to your kingdom. The energy you free through forgiveness will build your empire higher than revenge ever could. You are not here to prove your worth. You are here to embody it. The kind of power that silences envy not by fighting it, but by outshining it. And when you understand that you no longer see betrayal as a loss, you see it as a coronation. It was never about what they did to you. It was always about what you became because of it. Now, as your soul rises above the lessons of the court, another horizon appears, one where your faith in your own light is restored, where your heart learns to trust again, not in others first, but in its own unwavering royal beat. Let us move regally into part 3, where the story turns from pain to power, and the light of the cosmos begins to place you upon your rightful throne.